Hey everyone, welcome to Ajay and Nathan Discuss Movies, a show in which we discuss movies both old and new. Today we have a new movie. Well, not really a new movie. It's a blast from the past. We're doing a blast from the past. Mainly because there's not that many movies out right now that we have an interest in watching and discussing.
No.
So we decided to pick a movie from the DVD bin at Walmart at random, and we got our hands on this little gem of a movie.
Yeah.
Exactly and Nathan, what is this movie titled, and who directed it?
It's Transformers 2007, directed by Michael Bay.
Awesome. And what is this movie about?
What is this movie about? That's a good question. Stars Shia LaBeouf as a young boy named Sam Witwicky, who gets his first car, but that car turns out to be a shape-shifting robot from the planet Cybertron that needs his help to stop the evil Megatron, leader of the Decepticons, from getting the Allspark, a artifact that will destroy the planet Earth. And so Shia LaBeouf teams up with Megan Fox, Optimus Prime, and the other Autobots to try to stop the Decepticons. It's Transformers.
Awesome. So yeah, we're discussing Transformers for this episode. Overall thoughts, looking back on it, this was released back in 2007, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So we were like 8 years old when this dropped.
Yeah, I was like 8 or 9. And so I have some nostalgia. Obviously, like most young boys, I had a bunch of Transformers action figures. I specifically remember having a Starscream toy. I had Jazz. Jazz was my favorite.
Starscream was the best.
Starscream is so cool. He's the best Decepticon, but yeah, we revisited this movie, and in some aspects, it holds up as a movie. I didn't realize it was almost 2.5 hours, and I thought to myself, how did 8-year-old me manage to keep his attention for a 2.5-hour movie? And then as the movie went along, I realized it's never boring. There's always stuff happening, but it's all loud. It's never boring, but always exhausting. It's a movie that is at go, go, go 100% of the time, and there comes a point where it kind of just turns your brain to jelly, and you're kind of just trapped on the couch. Even if you wanted to leave, you couldn't. The movie is holding you hostage.
Left cheek, left cheek.
Left pocket! My black pocket! That backpack pocket! Left cheek! Left cheek! Left cheek!
Yeah. It is a behemoth of a movie. There's just a lot going on. Ajay, how did this this revisit work for you?
All right, so I will say that this movie is very beautiful. It's a very beautifully shot film. Mainly because of the cinematography, the lens flares. It knows how to keep you hooked in on the movie, and I think part of it is the technical end. Obviously, there are issues with this movie looking back in retrospect. Some of the acting falls kind of flat, not just from Megan Fox's character, but also from Shia LaBeouf's. Some of the acting falls flat.
You mean most?
Most. When you see Josh Duhamel's family, it's very laughable. Because it's this very, like, picture-perfect, this soldier's fighting in Kabul, and his wife, this blonde baddie, is, at home just being, a perfectly good wife with his daughter. And
that's that Michael Bay American dream.
Yeah.
Like, that opening on that helicopter sums up the entire movie, because it's just like, oh, your boys overseas fighting for freedom.
Yeah.
And immediately one of them starts speaking Spanish. They're just like, we don't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Speak English. And that's followed by a guy being just like, you know what I Miss going to
hot dog,
miss
flat
going to
beer.
hot dogs in Fenway. I'm just like already harmful stereotypes.
You're gonna see the one Indian guy as well at the call center.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it's hilarious, and I can say that as a guy who's of Indian descent.
The attitude is not going to speed things up any bit at all. I'm going to ask you to speak into the mouthpiece very clearly.
But I remember watching this in the theater with my dad, and I realized that like even though like I'm of Indian descent, I'm a cold-hearted American.
Yeah, you
While
are.
watching this movie,
Goddamn
I
right.
was like, "This is the American dream right here, dog." I'm just acting like Alien from Spring Breakers. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I felt like. I was like, I'm an American. When I watched this movie with my dad, when I saw Michaela and Sam Witwicky getting it on as Linkin Park's "What I've Done" fades out of the movie with the title credits at the end of the movie, I was just like, this is perfect. This is like what I envisioned America to be like. And yeah, I think this is the perfect quintessential American movie for people that aren't from America.
Yeah, this is what people should watch.
I mean, listen, I don't think it's the greatest American movie. Like, you know how like there's like the Great American Novel. This is not the Great American Movie, right? This is not Gatsby, or this is not like Meridian Blood of the films. But I do think that this is like the greatest export that America has for film in terms of getting non-Americans to really be invested in America and the grandiosity of filmmaking.
I feel like if Michael Bay were to hear that, he'd shed a tear. That's really
Really?
nice. I don't know, because like all his movies are like gung ho and all just like military. They're all the like military stuff when they're in the desert feels like I'm watching a cutscene from like Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
Like when they're in their little base and it's just like dudes just like playing basketball and like taking baths in kiddie pools. It's like, oh, this is just the opening to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I felt like I was in middle school again watching this, just like, oh, so surreal.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, this is the best military recruitment video I've ever seen.
That's all his movies. Just shows how just like, isn't the military dope and sick?
If I was a senior in high school and this movie dropped, I probably wouldn't have gone to college.
Yeah, no, you'd sign up for Army recruitment and then you'd realize it's much more like warfare.
Yeah, it's much more like Full Metal Jacket and then Transformers. But yeah, I mean, that's what I believe. I think this is a great export of American culture.
It's definitely a snapshot of American culture at that time.
Yeah. So yeah, overall the film is fun. It's enjoyable. It's turn your brain off and watch it on Spike TV on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
But I do think that there are some redeemable aspects to this film.
I think
the humor is amazing in this film.
Sometimes.
When you saw John Turturro getting lubricated on by the Autobot.
Yeah. It's
Bumblebee, stop lubricating the man. Get that thing to stop!
That was funny.
when I laugh at the movie, I'm not laughing with it. I'm kind of laughing at it. I think there are some funny bits. I like when the Transformers are trying to hide in Shia LaBeouf's yard. He's like, you guys gotta hide. And he looks out the window and they've just all transformed into trucks on his lawn. He's like, no, not like that! I think that entire scene, it's very cute. I like it when Optimus Prime steps on like his bird fountain and you hear Optimus Prime, he's like, oh, sorry, my bad. It's like Optimus Prime saying, my bad, is so objectively funny because every other scene he's like, we must find Megatron and collect the Allspark. We are soldiers and warriors. And he's like, guys, we need to be quiet. His parents are home. It's like he turns into a teenage boy buying like quiet, sneak away, Autobots.
When he says eBay, but with a very long drawn out pause.
Where'd you guys learn all this? eBay.
Yeah, it's a funny movie. I mean, even the football scene in which like Shia LaBeouf is being like, yeah, I'm trying to study the link between brain damage and concussions and football.
Yeah,
That was a very funny scene. I like that scene.
It was
a
a
lot.
funny joke.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's I wouldn't say all the humor works. It's not for me.
Most of the humor works.
because it's just so just constantly going at 100% all the time. every character needs to like have a quirk and tell a joke, and it becomes exhausting.
But again, this film is marketed towards kids. I think that's the most important thing to realize.
Well, yeah,
So like they need to keep the kids invested in somehow.
It is,
and I think the humor for if I was a 9-year-old, 10-year-old watching this film, which I was, 8-year-old actually, I would be as a kid, I would find all the humor to be funny, and some of the humor, while it doesn't really land, I can still laugh at it at 18 years after its initial release.
It's weird that this is a film marketed to children, considering how much of it is like how much that first hour is kind of devoid of the Transformers. This movie is filled with so many subplots.
Yeah.
So we have the Secretary of Defense, we have the military team, we have the secret shadow government organization, we have Sam Witwicky's backstory, we have Sam Witwicky, Anthony Anderson as a hacker.
Get off my grandmama's carpet! She don't like nobody on the carpet, especially police!
As with a retro Clinton Portis jersey on.
Yeah, you have like all these human subplots, and and you don't get to the Transformers until about an hour in the movie is when they finally shoot their little meteors down and show up. I was gobsmacked how long it took for them to get there, and then I saw the runtime, and there was still like almost an hour and a half left. It's gluttonous. It's gluttonous and bloated. But again, like I say, it's never boring. And there is always action happening. I'd say most of my positives reside on the technical aspects of the movie, because it looks nice, it's shot well, the action's very well directed. The VFX, especially, it's not even like good for its time, good for 2007.
It's still good now.
It's the look of the Autobots, the Transformers, the way they interact with the world. It's so seamless. It's gorgeous and still holds up today. And so the technical aspects I really gel with. Everything else,
Yeah, I agree.
can go into a hole.
Yeah.
I don't need like several different subplots about just like, what's the government response to these Transformers? I don't care. I don't care. John Voight shows up. It's just like, what's he doing here? He's fighting a robot with a shotgun, which is funny. But it's like, I don't think we needed this scene or this fight or any of these characters.
I thought it was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie.
It's funny, but it's in like a detached sort of way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I more or less agree with you. I think the technical in this film really delivers, but the acting is also really pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
And that's not just on Megan, because I feel like people view Megan Fox as like the scapegoat for like the bad acting in this film, but I think it's like all around.
It's everyone that's kind of terrible.
Like the mom in particular was really bad.
Oh, his parents are so annoying, and I hate them. They're so annoying. Shia LaBeouf is so annoying. I hate his character. I hate Sam Witwicky with a burning passion. He's so annoying. Just across all the Transformers movies, all he does is scream and yell and whine.
Stop! No! We're gonna die! He's gonna kill me!
Bumblebee!
It's like,
Optimus!
it's never clear, like, why does Bumblebee attach himself to this teenage boy to protect? Because this is the worst teenage boy I've ever met. And I don't understand why Bumblebee is just like, I'm the protector of this young boy. It's like, why? He sucks. Bumblebee. Why?
I mean, he did wear a Strokes band T-shirt.
I like the
in
Strokes.
one of those scenes. So, but yeah, he's not irredeemable as a character. There are some positive aspects to Sam Witwicky.
Like what?
The Strokes band T-shirt that he wore.
Yeah, I like the Strokes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, the scene in which he's riding a girl's bike down the street.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Okay. redeemable character quality. A character should be 3-dimensional. Listen to the Strokes and ride pink bicycles.
Yeah.
Screenwriting 101.
Yeah. I mean, there's some good parts of it. This character, his dog is kind of cute.
Oh yeah,
His little Taco Bell dog,
his
as
little
John
dog
Turturro would say.
John Turturro is very funny in this movie. It's also egregious that he shows up at the halfway point and he's like, "We're part of a secret shadow government that knows all about the Transformers." I'm like, "Oh, thank God, another subplot. I needed this so bad." It's very gross but very funny when they've arrested Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox, and he's like, "I know all about your rap sheet, girly. You're a criminal. Criminals are hot." It's like, oh boy, she's 17, sir. It would not be the last time that Michael Bay sexualizes a teenage girl in a Transformers movie. Age of Extinction.
Really? Well, who was the character in that?
It's like
Rose Huntington Whitley or something?
No, it's Mark Wahlberg's daughter, and there's just several shots that just leer on her ass in jean shorts, followed by, "Honey, you're a teenage girl. What are you doing? Dressing like that? What's going on? You can't be some kind of hot teenager, dude."
Yeah.
How old are you? 20. She's a 17-year-old girl. So we can work this 2 ways. 1, I punch you right in the mouth and you call the police on me.
Dad.
Or 2, I just call the cops on you because this is illegal. She's a minor.
Line for line, verbatim.
Really? Okay. Well, I mean, I think this is easily not the best Michael Bay film. I do think that there are better Michael Bay films out there.
What would you say is the best Michael Bay film?
I mean, I enjoyed Armageddon.
Yeah, Armageddon's pretty enjoyable.
Armageddon. I also enjoyed Bad Boys.
Mm-hmm. Those are some classic Bay films.
Yeah, and Ambulance as well, starring Jake Gyllenhaal. That was on Netflix recently, 2-3 years ago. I thought those films were pretty good. This is not the best one, but I think that this is a great entryway into the mind of Michael Bay.
Into the mind of, there's points in the movie where it feels like he's in on the joke. He understands Michael Bay really understands Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say.
There was also an Armageddon reference in this movie.
I remember, when they're running down and one of the guys is just like, "There's explosions everywhere. It's like so much cooler than Armageddon." Yeah. There's a level of self-awareness to him. He's just like, "I know what I'm doing. I just need to make this as much a spectacle as possible. No one is coming here for Shakespeare.
Yeah.
I just need to fill 2.5 hours with stuff. Sensory overload to keep the attention of my audience, and then I can make 4 more of these."
Yeah. Everyone in this movie had some weird spray tan going on.
Yeah, no, oh my God, everyone looks so gross and sweaty.
Yeah.
I hate it.
It felt like an early 2000s Abercrombie ad or something. But just how many there were puka shell necklaces.
Yeah.
Which even back in 2007, I think that was kind of dated.
Yeah. It's odd. It's odd, the aesthetic. It's a
but
nice,
it holds up
in
in
holds
comparison to the recent slope that we've been seeing
compared
on screen.
to other blockbusters, especially that we've gotten in the past couple years. It stands out because it does have a unique identity. It has a unique look, and no one directs Michael Bay action quite like Michael Bay. Lots of explosions, but those explosions are all very practical and they look really, really good. The last third of this movie is just one prolonged fight, from the highway chase to that big skirmish in the city. It's unmatched, unbelievable destruction, but it's kind of beautiful to watch, just the mania that occurs. I love that no one in the movie questions, just we need to get the Allspark out of here. Where should we bring it? Just we bring it to the city.
I know.
We bring it to the city. I'm like, wait, what? They're just that's a great idea. I'm just what about the civilians? And no one could care less about. They roll up in the city just 9 military Humvees and 7 Autobots, and they're just we just wait for the Air Force to get here. I'm like, what do you mean you would? And there's just civilians. Every single shot during that final fight is civilians running.
Yeah.
It's like if you've ever watched like a Godzilla movie, there's always a scene where they have to evacuate the city. It's like they skip that step and it's just civilians running in panic. My favorite scene in the entire movie is when Optimus and Megatron are fighting and they like land exhausted in the middle of the street and Megatron just like flicks a human being into a car. He's like, ugh, disgusting. And just flicks the guy. He's like, no, Megatron, no! Just bounces off a taxi.
Disgusting.
It's ridiculous.
But it does get into the parallel that I see between this movie and obviously it's not of this quality, but there is a little bit of a Professor X Magneto quality dynamic between Optimus and Megatron.
I guess in the sense that they are arch nemeses on opposite sides, but like the relationship doesn't have that much depth to it. We don't learn much about like the Transformers of the world they come from outside of we came from this planet, we were fighting the other guys, and it destroyed the planet, so now we're here to fight them.
But Megatron was basically like in a cryogenic tomb for like 60, 70 years.
Yeah.
Just imprisoned.
Yeah.
That does play a role in his overall behavior and motivations to wipe out the human species.
I think he would have done that anyway. Even if he wasn't entombed and frozen, Megatron is not the most three-dimensional guy with feelings.
But I'm just saying, like, if you go into this cold turkey with no reference point of the animated series or any of the shows to follow, you could look at that and say, oh, I understand his POV.
I guess. Without anything else, knowing only about Megatron, that he is the other guy, and that he was frozen for hundreds of years, you could understand why he'd be a bit peeved. But at the other end of it, he's a leader of the group called the Decepticons.
Oh, yeah.
What are their politics, the Decepticons? What do they believe in? The Decepticons.
I mean, yeah, if you put it like that, but like
What do you mean I'm putting it? The movie puts it, because he's like, I'm the leader of the Decepticons. We believe in peace and equality. The Surprise, I decepted you, motherfucker. I'm gonna destroy your planet.
But heading back into the humorous aspects of that final battle,
yeah,
I do think that the way in which Megatron does die was kind of lame.
It's very lame because he just takes the Allspark cube and just shoots him with it,
or just puts it through his chest.
Yeah, it like shoots a beam and kills him, which is like, I guess it can do that. Sure, why not?
Yeah,
it just feels very random.
Yeah,
feels just like, so how do we defeat? Because it's got to be our human character that defeats him somehow. And someone's just like, he uses the Allspark against him to destroy him. It's like, well, how's this dumb cube thing even work?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's a dumb MacGuffin in a silly movie. But it's like something, indomitable human spirit, whatever, blah, 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 blah. That's basically how he defeats him.
Yeah. And again, like, I think this is perfect for like a 7-year-old kid or 8-year-old kid to watch and enjoy.
Yeah, sure.
Even in your 20s and like early 30s or whatever age you may be watching this video, there's still positive aspects to this film. It's not a bad film.
It's not poorly made. It is not poorly made on a technical aspect, but it is not. There is no real story to grasp onto.
And even in terms of like the main Transformer series that Michael Bay either produced or directed, I think this is easily the best one out of the 4.
It's the best one out of, because I think they just all got progressively worse.
I think Revenge of the Fallen, which was the sequel, was the worst one.
Yeah.
And that's partly because there was a writer's strike and they didn't really have the writers to write a good Transformer story.
I'm sorry, did they write a good Transformer story here?
You could argue they did.
I get you could make
You
that
can make an argument.
Compared to all the ones in the main Michael Bay series, you could make that argument. You're probably right. This probably is the best written of the Michael Bay Transformers movies.
I will say this. I think that in terms of like this movie in comparison to like the CGI slops that we've been seeing from the recent superhero films, I'd much rather watch this Transformers film over, say, like your generic random MCU film. Just because this has like some sort of style, not a lot of substance, but enough style for me to really enjoy it.
Okay.
And I think this is the perfect like summertime flick. It's perfect that we decided to watch this during the summer.
Yeah.
Because I do think that there is a little bit of a Saturday night, Sunday night.
Yeah.
You put this on. You just passively watch it. Mm-hmm. You enjoy bits and pieces of it. You don't really remember it afterwards. Mm. But for that night, you enjoy the time you have with this film.
Yeah, it works as like a watch with friends, maybe get a little drunk and just like kind of hoot and holler at the screen. It feels like that kind of movie.
That would be very depressing of a friend group. If a friend group decided to put this on and be like, hey, like, let's just watch the Transformers, you got to get out of that friend group, dude.
What?
Yeah, you got to get out of that friend group.
So you're saying people shouldn't watch Transformers?
No, they should. But in the comfort of your own home without anyone watching.
Alone? Watch Transformers alone? That's even sadder.
No,
this is for me.
No, it's like fast food, dude.
What?
You should view this film as fast food.
Okay.
Meaning you consume it, but within the privacy of your own home, so that no one can
because
take a
it's an act of shame.
Yeah, it's an act of shame. I'm joking, by the way. I do like this film.
Okay.
And I do think that this is the perfect distillation of American culture.
Yeah, I can't argue with that at all.
It feels like a Abercrombie ad in a lot of ways.
It's an ad for several things.
Yeah, it's an ad for several things. There's a lot of Chevy product placement and Ding Dong product placement and all that.
Honey, could you rust me up some ding dongs?
That's so dumb. It's so processed too. Why would you eat a ding dong? Eat an actual dessert, like a fruit salad. Very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think that in terms of my overall thoughts, my concluding thoughts, and before I get into my concluding thoughts, what are your concluding thoughts?
My concluding thoughts are it is a product of its time, but not without merit. If you understand that you're going into a very loud, silly film, you will enjoy yourself. I think when the Transformers are actually doing something, like that's what you're there to watch. You're there to watch the robots punch one another. That's the meat. That's where the movie is fun. This movie has the same problem that a lot of the newer Godzilla movies have, where it's just like, oh, but we need people. People relate to people, so we need people in the movie. It's like, no, you don't actually care about the humans. You want to see the big robots punch each other. And that's where all the fun stuff is. So watch that. Shut your brain off whenever a fleshy human is on the screen. You don't care about them. Watch the robots. Transformers.
All right, so my thoughts are, I think the CGI, the technical end of this film is really good. I think Michael Bay has a really good eye for visuals and for getting an audience hooked without any dialogue attached to it, or like dialogue that he knows is like just there for just there to like get the like 10-year-olds to laugh and all that.
Yeah,
I think that Michael Bay has a very keen sense of understanding what works on film in terms of the production level of it.
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of people, I think this is like the perfect entryway into like into the Michael Bay canon of films.
Yeah.
I mean, which is not saying that much, but I do think that there are positive aspects to it. I mean, I enjoy the relationship between Michaela and Sam. Yes, there are issues with their dialogue. And yes, there are issues with the overall characters of both of them, but I thought the way that the relationship blossomed in the movie was not that bad. It wasn't that bad.
Okay.
In terms of like $100 million production budget, I didn't think it was that bad.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like the Before trilogy. Like, I'm not
No.
saying it's like Linklater, or I'm not saying that
This isn't Casablanca.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's like amazing. I'm just saying that for what the movie offered, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be on rewatch.
It's serviceable.
Yeah.
For what the movie, it's serviceable.
I thought the action sequences were really well made and well done. I thought the idea of bringing the cube to the city was kind of laughable.
It's so funny though.
It's so dumb.
So very funny.
It's really dumb. Even when I heard it, I was like, "Why are you bringing it into the city where like millions of people reside?" It's so weird. But hey, we've seen things like that happen in other films, so why not happen in this film? You know,
Sure.
they don't really put it into like the script, like, "Oh, we need to bring it into the city," but they just sort of tacitly put it out there, like, "Yeah, we'll just have this fight in the city. Why not?" But yeah, I mean, overall, I think my overall thoughts of it that I said in the beginning of the video still remain true after discussing it for 25 minutes. I think this is the perfect distillation of American culture.
Yeah.
And I think when I watched this film in a theater with my dad, I'll never forget that feeling.
Yeah.
Because it made me realize just the beauty of this country.
Yeah. That's a very nice way to put it. It's a very good way to put it. I like that.
It's everything you want. It's American in a nutshell. It's product placements.
Yeah.
It's gross advertising.
Yeah.
It's gross visuals.
Yeah.
But there's a charm to it.
But yeah, there's
And
a
it's-
childlike magic to
You
it.
know, it's very much what America represents.
When-
You know, all style, no substance.
I agree. Yeah. It's that ending is perfect too when they're making out on top of Bumblebee.
Oh, absolutely. I watched that as a kid. I was like, I think I'm into women.
I watched that and I said, I think I'm into cars.
Really?
Sexually.
Really?
I need to break that scene down really quick.
We'll watch Crash by Cronenberg.
Great
soon.
movie. But they are on top of Bumblebee making out. If that's not weird enough, the other two Autobots are there just watching, and Optimus Prime is there on the hill
And he's narrating.
watching as well, narrating, and they're all just watching Sam have sex with Megan Fox as if they're gonna get in there, as if they're gonna run a train. I may turn into a truck, but tonight I'm running a train. Optimus Prime.
I can tell you waited the entire
I waited
review
so long to tell
say
that joke.
yeah.
I thought of it while
And
watching the
it
movie.
didn't really go as planned.
That's
did it?
fine. You can cut this out. I don't care. We're at the 30-minute mark anyway.
All right. So yeah, those are our overall thoughts on this movie.
Yeah, Transformers.
I thought the soundtrack was really good as well. Smashing Pumpkins, a little bit of Linkin Park. Yeah, those are our thoughts. What did he feel about this movie? Did he love it? Did
Do
he
you have
enjoy it? If you're
nostalgia?
watching it, you probably have positive thoughts on this movie.
Yeah, you might have thoughts.
You
Yeah.
may have thoughts. But next week, we'll get back into our regularly scheduled programming and watching the newer ones.
Sure.
And we'll see how that goes. All right, that's it for us. We'll see you in the dark side of the moon.